All right, guys. So you have a bunch of parts in your mat set, and none of them have storage locations. Uh, so you want to add storage locations, and maybe they're bench stock items or not bench stock items. But if they are bench stock, you want to identify them as bench stock. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the process of adding items to a storage location or creating a storage location. Now, there's two different ways you can do this. You can do this in my workplace, or you can do this within Mat Sit. In this process, I'm going to walk you through. We're going to do it within the Mat Sit because I've already walked you through the process in my workplace, or at least vaguely. So, this is important when it comes to your inventory, so you know where to look. It makes it easier when you're going to look for a part that you need, that you have in stock. At least you know where it's at, and this is more important for the smaller parts that are in smaller containers in areas that you don't frequently go to. So I'm going to walk you through the process. It's fairly simple. Again, it's all through the Mat Sit, so it's all kind of like counterintuitive. I've already done a video on this previously, going through another option for updating it, which basically in turn does the exact same thing. It takes you to the same T code, but this one just starts with the Mat Sit and you just go through a few steps and you don't have to go back and forth. Whereas the other one, it kind of goes back and forth. I'll link that one up here so that you can do it that way if you want to. It's a little harder, but it's there if you want. I will probably rename that one a little bit different, but we'll see. But either way, let's get on the computer and walk you through the process. All right, as I said, we're going to go through the Mat Sit. And again, I'm going to go through the same S-Loke that I did before. All right, so we'll scroll over and we'll see where it has bin locations. So let's say this part right here, it has a bin location. It says I have one on stock. It's put in PRNI. I'm not sure why they did this. It's parts received not installed. I mean, it should have a bin location even if it's identified for a piece of equipment, or it should be issued to that piece of equipment. This one right here is another good one. Hotel 3 Delta. I would imagine this goes to a piece of equipment, and so on and so forth. So we can go down. So let's see if we can find one with a 0 stock and has a part. So right here. So it says that this part is in the parts received not installed, but yet we have 0 on hand. We have a restricted stock of 2 and a batch code of F. That means that we have this part. It should have been turned in, but it has not, and it's in the parts received not installed. It shouldn't have a parts bin. It should be, if anything, put in a storage location of turn in. So we'll change that to turn in. So let's click on more functions, just like we did last time, and then we're going to go down and update storage bin and bench stock flag. And as you can see here, you can update your storage bin location, or you can create it and make it a bench stock. So what you need to do to make sure that it gets updated is, one, check this little marker here, and then we're going to change the bin location to turn in. Now, just for educational purposes, I'm going to click on bench stock and then make it a bench stock and show you how that works. So the criteria is not met for bench stock, so we can't make that a bench stock because there's not stock on hand. I'm going to give it a minute, let it do its thing. It likes to think really long, like way too long. All right, so we're going to back out and we will refresh. As you can see, bin location is turned in. All right, so making this or identifying this as a bench stock, let's find, so this right here will be going sleeve bushing, and let's go back in. And as you can see, it's been marked as bench stock. We'll go back out, refresh, and now it is identified as a bench stock. Alright, so this process is a lot easier than the other video that I did where you go through the mat set, you get the NSN, then you go back out, go to another T-code completely, put the NSN in, storage location, all this information, whereas this one just takes you straight to that T-code. So, I mean, whichever one you want to go with will be available. Again, this is fairly simple, but it is something that you need to do and stay on top of. If you got any more comments, questions, or concerns concerning this video, go down to the comments, leave it down there. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.